God hears you even when you think that he doesn't, even when you feel like he doesn't, even when you feel like God not listening, that God don't hear what I'm saying, God don't hear what I'm talking about, like, he ain't listening, he ain't hear me like I'm hearing him, but he does. And in this video, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you that God hears you, that he hears your prayers, he hears you talking to him, period. Before we get started, I'm Money, and welcome to the Pain and Prestige podcast. And we're starting off with Psalms 66, 19 through 20. But God has surely listened, and he has heard my prayer. Praise be to God that has not rejected my prayer or withheld his love from me. Off the bat, God is telling us that he hears us and that he does not reject our prayers. So you can't let your feelings have you thinking that God is rejecting your prayers, that God ain't listening to you because this, that, and the third. Because right here, God is telling us that he has not rejected our prayers or withheld his love from us. Regardless of how it may seem, how it may feel, what you may think, God hears you. But this ain't the only time he says this. Moving on to Psalms 34, verse 15. The eyes of the Lord are upon the righteous, and his ears are open to their cries. Here he tells us that he sees us, that he hears our pain, that he hears the prayers we say, that our conversation, our troubles don't go unseen by God. Then there's 1 John chapter 5, verse 14. And this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he heareth us. Once again, God telling us that he hears us. I know there are times when you're praying and talking to God and it feels like nothing's happening. Like your prayers are going unheard. I felt it too. But throughout these passages and many more, God says over and over again, reassuring us that he hears us, he sees us, and that he's actively listening to our prayers. God wants us to seek him, to confide in him, and to look to him. In those times when you feel like God isn't listening, remember the time he heard you before. The confirmation that came, the conversation you had, the prayers you are currently living and walking in right now. And remember that he is the same God who did it before and will do it again. Better yet, he'll do it better this time. The devil wants you to get all caught up in how it feels and how it may seem. He wants you to stop praying, stop praising, stop seeking God. God calls us as his people to come to him for everything and about anything and again. Which leads me to my last verse. Matthew chapter 7, verses 7 through 8. Keep on asking and you will receive what you ask. For keep on seeking and you will find. Keep on knocking and the door will be opened to you. For everyone who asks receives, everyone who seeks finds, and to everyone who knocks the door will be opened. In other words, keep praying, keep praising, keep talking to God even when it's hard. Keep asking because God is listening and your prayers will be answered. But before we go, while working on this video, it made me think about the book of Job. And if you don't know who Job is in the Bible, he's the man who essentially lost it all. He lost his family, his kids passed away, he lost his home, his farm, and even his health. He lost his reputation, his friendships, and not being aware of that there was a devil. Not being aware that there was even a devil who could do things and make bad things happen. He believed that God was doing this to him. That God was punishing him and allowing him to suffer. And he really didn't understand why. Even in the midst of it, he continued to stay faithful to God and continued to seek God and want to talk to God and continue to knock on the door. Many of us are going through way, way, way less than Job. And we want to knock one time, ask one time, oh, God didn't hear me, so I'm going to leave it alone. No, you keep asking, you keep praying, you keep praising, because God answered Job. And when he did, he restored everything that Job had lost. And to me, that is a true testimony of that God hears you, even when you feel like he doesn't. Job went through this, and I can honestly say he probably felt like God wasn't listening to him. That God wasn't trying to talk to him. That God didn't want to hear from him. And he was continuing to suffer thing after thing after thing. But he kept going to God. Even when he probably didn't feel like God was hearing him. And I feel like we were going through, some of us, way less than that. And we feel like God doesn't hear our prayers. So I feel like Job is a testimony to a lot of things. But specific, that God hears you and that God sees you even when you think that he doesn't. So like I said, keep praying, keep going to God. Because he does hear your prayers. It might not be in your time span you want, or it might exactly how you thought it would or how it should have, but he hears you and he will answer your prayers. We serve a faithful God. We serve a loving God, a merciful God, a all-knowing and all-seeing God. God wants us to talk to him, to confide in him, to be his. So keep talking to God, even when it's hard, even when you feel like you can't, even when times are hard. Talk to God, go to God, confide in him. And in that, your relationship with God will grow, your faith will grow, and you'll see God truly work in your life. My time is up. Bye.